Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Help for the Guildless. My name, of course, is Antoine, and I am back to do another response to Seriously TV and Dylan Marron and their unboxing video. Now, as I've shown on more than one occasion, Dylan Marron likes to show off his strawman arguments while trying to be funny and pithy. Unfortunately, he accomplishes none and just ends up being stupid and shoving propaganda down our throats. Now, in this one, oh my god, does he not only state the strawman argument that he is creating, but he gives us visual cues. Now, what am I talking about? Well, I am responding to his unboxing. Now, what is a safe space, you may ask? Well, according to Wikipedia, because there is no actual definition of what a safe space is, it says in educational institutions, safe space, or safe space, without the hyphen, and positive space originally were terms used to indicate that a teacher, educational institution, or student body does not tolerate anti-LGBT violence, harassment, or hate speech, thereby creating a safe space for all lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender students. The term safe space has been extended to refer to a space for individuals who feel marginalized to come together to communicate regarding their existence with marginalization, typically on a university campus. The idea of safe spaces has seen criticism on the grounds that it stifles freedom of speech. This happens to be a truth, because you see, safe spaces have evolved from that to include puppies, kittens, coloring books, Play-Doh, Legos, cars, and ball pits. Those are not safe spaces, those are places for people to go be children. Now, nowhere in that definition did it say that speech that disagrees with certain guidelines, certain ideals, is anywhere near violent. So today, safe spaces are a joke, and they will continue to be a joke, because there should not be safe spaces anywhere. Now, I have some quirks with some of his arguments, but I am not going to gild the lily any longer. Let's jump right into it and let Dylan give us his introduction, and, well, I'll carry on after that.
Because I'm a whiny SJW cuck?
Just because you're whiny and an SJW doesn't mean you're a cuck. But if you feel that way, I mean, by all means. To each their own, I guess.
Today, I'm unboxing Safe Space. Hey friends, I'm Dylan Marron, and every week I unbox intangible ideologies. And today, I'm checking out a product that most people think is only used by cringy losers like me, but it turns out even the most anti-SJW folks can't get enough of this product either.
Yes. It is mainly used by cringy, whiny, third-wave feminists and social justice warriors. And from groups that I'm a part of, I have seen the horseshoe theory in existence, because I have seen people calling on the anti-SJW side for their own echo chambers, and that's exactly what a safe space really is. It's an echo chamber. So, in this instance, I do agree with Dylan. There are certain anti-SJW people out there that want this type of bubble. I do not. Because I do not believe that an ideology is anything helpful unless it can be challenged. If it can be challenged openly, then the safe space does not need to exist. If your ideas cannot hold up to scrutiny, then they do not need to be put out there. And so, let's get into that really quickly. Both sides want safe spaces, so in this I agree with him. And both sides are wrong.
So let's dig in to see just how universal safe spaces can be. Nice! First up, it's trigger blockers. Now, we all know that weak liberals like me are so entitled that we prefer to not hear hate words that make us fear for our lives.
The fact that you prefer to not hear words doesn't mean a goddamn thing. And saying it makes you fear for your lives is a feeling, and feelings do not trump facts. There is not a single word in the English language or any other language in the history of this planet that actually causes death or pain. You see, magic is not real, thus words cannot affect you if you don't let them. I hate quoting this because it's very childish, but sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will never hurt you.
But what about anti-SJW folks?
Do you see the words that you used? You used safe space in a video about safe spaces. Trigger warnings. Trigger warnings are trivial, and psychiatrists say that in order to get over something that quote-unquote triggers you and gives you PTSD is to confront those instances, not run from them. Systemic is just something you add onto something to give the systematic definition. Conversation, which is something you don't like to have. Inherent racism does not exist. Feminism, well, third wave, yes, and privilege does not exist unless you are rich. Gee, I wonder why we don't want to listen to these concepts. Because you have no way of backing them up, and believe it or not, when you say things like inherent racism, you are shutting down conversation because you are not giving the person any leeway whatsoever. They're born with it. Privilege does not exist.
No need to question anything. Hot ticket. It is a Hamilton playbill. It's Hamilton minus the politics. People who hate safe spaces can finally watch brown and black people sing and dance for them without being violently attacked with a peaceful plea for equality and acceptance.
It had nothing to do with watching black and brown people singing and dancing. It has to do with the fact that on an open forum that was not acceptable, they called someone out. If someone did that to you in that public of a forum, you would be crying. Mike Pence dealt with it honorably, so it may have been a plea for equality and acceptance, but it was done at the wrong time. They could have done it afterwards in a statement on Facebook, which would have gotten just as much media attention. They wanted mainstream media attention, and they got what they wanted. And they also got the backlash from them thinking that they were better than everyone else in that theater by calling out the soon-to-be Vice President of the United States.
But don't worry, there's a safe space for me because I'll get to watch Hamilton without Mike Pence in the audience. You can safely not be confronted with politics, and I can safely not be confronted by a man who thinks electroshock therapy will cure me of my gayness.
I don't agree with the electroshock therapy either. But you also have people like Riley Dennis who say that you can unlearn certain things. Isn't that kind of the same thing? How come one is okay and the other one isn't? Because electricity is involved? One is brainwashing. The other one has some basis in fact. I'm not talking that it actually works. What I'm talking about is that electroshock therapy has been known to work in certain cases of post-traumatic stress and memory loss. Not saying it works in conversion therapy. I don't believe conversion therapy works. If you're gay, you're gay. If you're straight, you're straight. I'm getting that out of the way. You don't want an ideology thrown in your face. Yet, when it happens to you, you make a straw man out of it. Perfect example. You call them hateful bigots who just want to see black and brown people dance for their entertainment. But you just don't want to be confronted by politics and not have Mike Pence in the audience. You are so disingenuous. And you make it so obvious that you don't care that you're disingenuous. You have a double standard. It's okay for you to do it, but don't let anyone do it to you.
Yeah, it is the First Amendment with goggles. Read the First Amendment in a way that feels comfortable for you.
The First Amendment gives free speech to everyone. The only thing that it does not allow in the form of hate is actually inciting hate. And what inciting means is not speaking, but telling someone that they need to go do something in congruency of hate. I can tell you that I think you are a Nancy boy, and the fact that you have the highest pitched voice ever makes me think that not only did one ball not drop, but you may be missing them both. That's not hate speech. But if I tell a legion of people that they need to go to your house and burn it to the ground because you're a fag, that is inciting violence. And that is against the First Amendment. You think that we don't think that it applies to us. We know it does. The problem is we're not inciting fucking violence. You are determining that words are violent. They're not. They can't be. And the fact that you need a safe space against violent words is idiocy on the highest order.
Whoa! It is a safe space manipulator. Check it out. Please respect my identity. Yay! That felt so accepting and nice. But I'm curious, what about my friend Randy, who hates SJWs with a passion?
Please respect my right to hate your identity.
Get him! All right. Thanks, Randy.
Amazingly, one is a straw man, the other one isn't. You are taking someone, a group of people, and arguing against something that is not real. So in your echo chamber, you're saying, respect my identity. Yay! It's perfectly okay for you to identify as things that don't exist just to make yourself feel happy. But in the other instance, the anti-SJW is saying, I hate you? A hate takes effort. I'm assuming what actually happened is you identified as something and someone called you out on it. That's not hate. It's not violence. And you shouldn't fear that. If you can't back up your identity, If you can't back up your ideology, and if it cannot stand up to scrutiny, then there is an issue with it and a problem. And maybe you should look at it again.
Last thing in here, it is a comment section plugin. Turn any comment section into a safe space for you. Let's try it for sensitive softies like me. And now, let's make it safe for people who want to kill me.
Oh, the cringe is real. Okay, I'm not gonna even touch your comment section with the rainbow flag and the fact that your mom commented, and you commented on yourself. Let's talk about the teenage boy with kill yourself. Yeah, let me explain something to you. Kill yourself, in today's vernacular, is akin to someone saying, from the 80s, get the fuck out of here. It's another way of saying you've got to be kidding me. They're not telling you to actually kill yourself. And then, man in America, this guy has a punchable face. That's not threatening to kill you. And the fact that it's in all caps doesn't mean that it's threatening to kill you. And then the third one, white supremacist. Hail Trump. Trump, in his speech after winning the election, openly said that he supports the rights of the LGBT community, and he will continue to support the rights of his American citizens. Why can't you get that through your head? Oh, I know, it's because you listen to people like the Young Turks, and Francesca Ramsey, and everyone else, instead of listening to what the man said. Oh my god. I'm so glad that this is the last item in this stupid box, because I don't think I'd be able to deal with more.
I'm so glad they feel safe enough to make me feel unsafe.
Here. Now I'm glad your comment section is open. Means you're willing to hear what people have to say, good or bad. But if it's really an issue, you can do what Francesca Ramsey has done, you can do what Anita Sarkeesian has done, and everyone else who doesn't want their content questioned. Turn off the comment section and turn off the rating system. And then you don't have to deal with anything, except for the people who will respond to you and call you out for not listening to people's criticism. But then again, you don't actually have to listen to them. This is all you. This is all on you. It has nothing to do with anyone else but the person creating the content, or spouting the ideology, or actually talking about anything that has to do with anything inflammatory. I will state it again. If your ideologies cannot stand up to scrutiny, then you need to look at them again and rethink what you're saying.
Well, that's it for me, friends, and for those who hate safe spaces, I'm sorry if I triggered you with my whiny voice, stupid face, faggoty existence, or the suggestion that in hating safe spaces, you're actually craving a safe space of your own. Bye.
Hating safe spaces has nothing to do with craving one of your own, as long as you are allowing discourse, allowing discussion. Just because I think safe spaces are stupid and are not needed, especially in colleges where they are supposed to be receiving information from every which way, both sides of their political spectrum. The term safe space is no longer about the definition that I read at the beginning. It's about hiding from something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Not even fearing for your life, just feeling uncomfortable. As I said before, shutting down discussion on either side, be it the extreme left or the extreme right, does nothing for the people who are there. It's an echo chamber on either side. I, for one, am open for discussion, Dylan. Speaking of which, that's all the time I have for this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you liked what I had to say, let me know in the comments. Also hit like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like what I have to say, let me know in the comments. We can have an open discussion. Thank you for listening. This has been Help for the Guildless. My name, of course, is Antoine. You can follow me on Facebook, and you can follow Cole on Twitch, Twitter, and Tumblr. All the links are going to be down below. I will also link the description of Safe Space from Wikipedia down below. Thank you for listening, everyone. I hope to see you next time. And join me once again. Please have a wonderful evening.